rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary K.
Hey everyone, this is Gary K, and welcome to another edition of my Rants and Raves videocast. And I would have to say AI is all the rage, and there's no company probably doing it better right now than Sam's company here, NetSpeak. Probably a lot of you haven't heard of NetSpeak, and this is a great opportunity for you to get to know what Sam's doing. If you're in the AV business doing anything with integration, you're going to love NetSpeak. Sam Kennedy, I appreciate you joining me. Will you tell our audience a little bit about NetSpeak and what you're doing?
Well, really excited to be here, Gary. So I work for NetSpeak, and what we've built is a verticalized AI platform focusing on the administrative side of UC, AV, and digital signage. So really what this platform is to assist integrators, end customers, MSPs with the technologies to keep them up and running in all of their spaces. So the idea is that to build a platform that assists those people that are supporting the spaces to get better uptime, to lower cost, to drop up, to have a better understanding of your operational cost, and ultimately for the end user, for the end users to have a better overall experience and keep the rooms and technologies up and running at a much higher percentage.
Yeah, and you're doing that through AI, and you've got some really cool elements. The way that you're using AI is very different. You're not just putting in AI that's looking at a camera and following people around. You're actually a problem solver using AI. For example, I can walk into a room and start, if the room's not doing what I think the room should be doing. So let's say it's a room I don't normally use and I don't know how to operate it, or it's a room that I am familiar with, but it's not operating the way I want it to. I can actually use NetSpeak to basically speak to it and have it help me solve the problem. Like, what's wrong? Why is there no image on the display, and why am I not connecting properly? I mean, that's one of the ways you're using AI, right?
It is. So we think of it like we would call it an AI orchestration platform. And so really what we're doing is we've built this platform with AI from the ground up. So the idea is that we would solve many of these problems before the users would ever even see that they had a problem, right? And so, and it is very different than anything else that's out there. The way, a bit of how it's architected is we've built this platform with this extreme knowledge. So basically what we do is we pull in all the different data from the different manufacturers. We build that into a database, and then we leverage all that data to real-time troubleshoot problems, to read logs and solve and figure out maybe what's going wrong with the room, to do things like we built an automated room check so that the product's called Lena, so that Lena can actually go in, test a room out before a user actually walks in. And so therefore finds and solves problems even before the regular employees may come across a problem. So it's this orchestration layer leveraging AI that solves problems proactively, so the users hopefully never even see any issues.
And so you mentioned the manufacturers. Are you compatible with kind of everyone's product? Like if I'm using a Logitech camera, but I'm using a Crestron audio system, and I'm also using an Extron switcher and a Sony display. I mean, do you literally have APIs, or how's that working with all the different manufacturers' gear? Do you have like a list of compatibility, or you work with everyone?
So that's a really great question. So yes, we have a list of manufacturers that we're working with and that we're adding a lot more. And this is not there's not this manual having to create all these APIs. Because we're an AI company, we're able to leverage a lot of the same platform for Lena to actually teach herself how to leverage those APIs. So we have a list of about 10 or 15 manufacturers. We just added a few that we call our fleet partnerships. As we're launching the product now, we announced the addition of Logitech and Zoom, but we expect to have about 30 manufacturers with all of their different devices by the time we hit ISE. So we're adding all the major manufacturers in the industry and having all that deep knowledge and all the APIs that those manufacturers support.
And so would I, as an integrator, resell NetSpeak or integrate NetSpeak into my system? And as an end user, do I pay a monthly fee then, or how does that work?
Correct. Yeah. So we do. It's we're trying to make things really simple. We're trying to be a company that makes things really easy to do business with. So we charge a per month per room license.
Okay.
And we could either do this through the integrators. We also have multi-tenancy built into the platform for those integrators who are managed service providers, they can leverage Lena and support many customers underneath that. And so, yeah, I would encourage every customer. We're just a startup. We're just kicking it off right now, and so that there's lots of flexibility, but we're really trying to keep it simple, not really come across like nickel and diming and charging per device or anything like that. So it's a very simplified cost for our customers and for our partners.
I'll tell you, this is a really interesting approach to doing things. I mean, I've always kind of wondered why you couldn't walk in a room and have the room set itself up or recognize your voice and know how you want the room set up. I mean, you're really bringing us a lot closer to that with AI.
And again, where we are right now, it's much more focusing on the administrative side.
Yeah,
so
sure.
It's to keep the rooms up and running.
Yeah.
Now the capabilities. I mean, you're already starting to leap as to what more can we do. I mean, because we have this really strong platform leveraging AI, we've started with a handful of use cases like a room check, like control, being able to leverage natural language processing is another one. One of the demos I show all the time is leveraging that. I will speak to Lena and ask her to reboot a device, and she will go and just automatically do that. And it's really natural for an administrator. Instead of having to dig through menus to solve a problem, it's very easy and straightforward to just leverage natural language processing in that method. But we're starting with a handful of features that we think are representative of the biggest problems that that the general industry is facing. But because of the way that we've architected this platform, there's so many different directions and so many new features. And really what we're trying to do is you get a 1.0 product into market and then work with our partners, work with our customers to start building features on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about getting in this on the ground level is that you'll be able to influence the features and some of the capabilities in the future. So I would highly recommend it. What I saw as a demo originally at ISE and then again at InfoComm was mind blowing. I think you guys are doing some crazy good stuff. Go check them out it's netspeak.com. Is that right? It's NETSPEEK.com or .io? Or is it
.ai? So
either
NetSpeak.ai, and again, like you said, you spelled it correctly. It's 2 E's. So either NetSpeak.ai or NetSpeak.com will go there. But and we just have a launch video that we've posted, so you can actually get a little bit of a demo. You can get a little bit of some of the direction on where we're going. So we're just coming to market with this, announcing on October 14th, and you'll see a lot of messaging around, and a lot of the demos are tied around that. We are now at first availability, and of course, we'll be at IC and have a significant presence there.
Well, congratulations! I've been blown away by this platform. I think everyone should take a look at it. Again, NetSpeak SPEEK.ai. Or you can go to .com. Sam, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate your time today and appreciate you coming on my Rants and Raves. And of course, you can see all of our Rants and Raves at ravepubs.com. Sam and everyone, thanks and have a great day.
Thank you.
Rave Radio. With Rants and Raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is Rants and Raves.